Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. I thought that this show, I would dedicate this show once again, as I had in a past show, to scout patches. I want to keep it under 10 minutes, and I'm going to do 5 scout patches, and then I think if I have time, maybe cover a few other things. I'm starting off with the 1982 Klondike Derby patch. It's kind of a fun patch. Obviously, the scout is on the top of the hill, and sleigh dogs are in the sled itself, gliding down a hill. This patch was designed by the great Scoutmaster Jack Floyd. He was Assistant Scoutmaster of Boy Scout Troop 170. I've talked about him before. And I really like this patch. Again, Boonton District, it has the Scout emblem, 1982. This is before Jack discovered the color yellow. But I like the idea that it's got a red, white, and blue theme, a little patriotic theme to it. I just like this patch a lot. This one is the first camp out that I ever went on with Boy Scout Troop 170. It was 1964. I joined Troop 170 in September of 1964 when I turned 11. And at that point, New Jersey turned 300 years old. So Boonton District had a tercentenary encampment. And once again, as is common on a lot of the Boonton District patches, scout patches, the theme of the Native American. And it's very common for them to have a Native American in a canoe. Now this does not have the scout emblem, but you have the BSA, 1964. Nice combination of golden yellow, light blues, white clouds, green pine trees in the background, a light blue background, and deep blue for the river or for the ocean, for the bay, whatever it is. This is the spring 1968 Campberry. So 67, 68. I was in my freshman year of high school, and I was 14 years old. Here it is here. Very simple patch. I just realized there is no mention of Boy Scouts. There's no Scout symbol, and there's no BSA. When those elements are missing, it makes the patch that much more valuable. It's good to know. This was one of the few long triangular patches that the Boonton District put out. They did put out triangle patches, but they usually were like this, and this part was wider, and this part tended to be a little shorter. So as far as I know, this is the where the top angle is on the angle is on the top, the pivotal angle is on the top, the length is unique. So these and no BSA or Scout symbol, so it adds to the collecting quality or value of the patch. This is I'm not really crazy about this patch. I think this might have been a stock patch. And by a stock patch, they have a catalog, and it's the commissioner pages through the catalog. Opie's just climbing up the my old set. It's a chair, and with the two Santa Clauses, and he's climbing up. He's on my old chair now from my old set. My old set, my old television set. So anyway, this was called an energy encampment. And I remember it vaguely. I can't remember if it was fall or spring. I was assistant scoutmaster then in 1979. And it was kind of more of a science fair, if you know what I mean, than pioneering and scoutcraft and constellations and knowing hiking skills and knowing and building flint and steel fire building was kind of like like a high school science fair. This is with the patch. I love the rich blue quality of the patch. And this was a unique shape. It's kind of almost like a police patch, And the idea was the scout emblem is really nice on it. I have to give them credit on that. Boonton District, energy encampment. And it was ways of saving energy at that point, the idea of windmills to produce electricity, alternative solar heat, and they had companies come in and show solar heating and the energy from windmills and that kind of thing. It was more of a fair, like a science fair or a county fair kind of thing. But it was still an enjoyable weekend for the boys. But it really didn't have a whole lot to do with scouting. Now my fifth patch is not from the Boonton District. This was, I think this is a national patch. Hold on. It's got to be like 95 degrees out, maybe hotter. In 1970, Boy Scouts of America kicked off the Boy Power Manpower advertising campaign. It was actually a pitch. And I think they actually did some television advertising, not on networks, but on the independent television stations in the larger cities. But this is Boy Power Manpower patch. I'm really, it's not one of my favorite patches. It's a little weak on coloring. Basically, red and black, that was my high school colors for Boonton High School. And I'm partial to red and black, but it's just, I think I would have made this yellow or maybe make this light blue. With the red, maybe a light blue background would have been nice. Maybe a little more colorful on the scout emblem. As I said, I think this was a nationwide patch. And the funny thing, it didn't represent a Campberry, it didn't represent a hike, it didn't represent a Klondike Derby. It was simply an ad campaign. So anyway, some patches are great, some patches are mediocre. I'd give this a C minus. It's just bland. I do want to review some of the woodcuts. And 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I just have time for one here. There was one that really kind of struck me here. And this one here. Kind of like setting up for camp. It's kind of really a nice woodcut there. I really like that one. And there was there's another one here I kind of really liked here. Here it is. Climbing the trail. This one, I really like this one a lot. climbing the trail. Great woodcut picture, great woodcut illustration. It just has a great feeling to it. This was my dad's scout book, handbook for boys. I think it was 1950. I'm going from memory. Yeah, April 1950. In 1950, they had printed 11,833,723 copies of the Boy Scout handbook. Just before this one was printed in 1950. Outrageous, you know. One other thing. I'm going over 10, but I'm adding the little cars on my desk here. And this was always a favorite. My dad collected these little cars, and I've only got a handful of them. We auctioned them, quite a few of them off, but I love this one. The yellow and red. Get a better focus here. I just love this this pickup truck. I like the little flame on the side, you know, the kind of. And I'm building up a little collection here on my desk, you know. So as I do my vlogs, I can look down on them and all. So, you know, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything. Do some comic books, do some scout patches, maybe tell a little story, you know, that kind of thing. I'm finding myself, and I'm growing. I like to think I'm growing in my vlog. I'm getting a little better at it. It's not that easy. It's been a long time. It's a long time since I've done it. You know, I worked in television for 10 years. Different television talk shows through the cable television network of New Jersey. But I know I'm back on the horse again. You know, I'm 67 years old. I'm back on the horse. I haven't been on the horse for a while. I haven't been in front of the camera for a while, and I'm learning a new style. You know, I used to interview people. You know, so it's just me, myself, and I, and sharing thoughts and ideas and my little collections, my comic books, my patches, my scout handbooks, that kind of thing. So, well, I'm gonna wrap things up here. He's on top of the car. He's a character. I got to do a show just around him again. So oh, B, what a character. So until my next vlog, be strong, be safe, stay healthy, and I shall see you on my next vlog.